It's coffee time. You want to hear what we did today? So, my sister really wanted to go to Universal Studios, and I didn't really realize how close it was to me. I kind of figured that it was over near Disneyland for some reason. It's not. It's totally not. It's up like north of Hollywood, which who even knew? So I was like, yeah, let's go to Universal Studios because I haven't been there to actually ride rides and like enjoy it since I was a kid. I went there last year, maybe 2 years ago. No, I think it was only a year ago because around Halloween they do a bunch of Halloween-y stuff. And we covered it one time for the game station. I think it was the game station at the time. I'm getting everything mixed up. You know what I'm talking about though. I went there to cover a thing, not to actually enjoy myself. So I was like, yeah, let's go to Universal Studios. I honestly don't even know what rides are there. I don't know, like, what fun stuff to do is there. Like, let's go. So my mom went balls out and was like, you know what? I don't want to stand in line. And we were like, okay. And she was like, they have front of the line passes, which for the rest of the day we called the asshole pass. Because it's literally every ride we wanted to go on, and it only works once. You can only use it on a ride once. But, man, every ride we wanted to go on, which was every ride at the park, you go into a completely separate line. There's the general line, and then there's the completely separate line where you literally just walk to the end of the line. And then they put you on the ride. It was incredible. I was like, what is this? And she was like, look, you reach an age where you just don't want to stand in line anymore. And we were like, okay. So my sister and I were like, this is probably the only time that we're ever going to experience this in our entire lives. So we're going to go on every single ride. And of course, Sam came as well. It was the first time that Sam had met my sister, and they got along swimmingly. But man, we tore up Universal Studios in like no time at all. Because when there's no line, you don't realize just how much time lines take up. We got there at 11 in the morning and we left around 4, and we had done everything at the park. We went to Waterworld. Oh my gosh. I didn't know Waterworld was a thing, that was like a show you could go see. It's this crazy water show based on the movie Waterworld. It was so funny because Sam was like, we should do Waterworld. And we were like, okay, cool. But Sam the whole time thought it was going to be like a sea animals show. And I was like, no, I think it's based on the film starring Kevin Costner, in which the world is covered with water. He was like, what? And we got in there and it totally was. But it was so worth it. It was so cool. We were like, that was dope. So we went to see that. We went to see a special effects show that was also pretty cool. It was very cheesy, but it was fun. It was a fun show to see. And we went on all the rides. All the rides, guys. Except King Kong. Did not go on King Kong because apparently you have to do the like 60-minute tour to go on King Kong. I don't even understand. We were like, can we get on this some other way other than having to do the studio tour? No one could tell us a way to do that. It was like not even a thing. We were like, okay. That sucks. Guess we'll go on all the other rides instead. Transformers, dope. If ever you go to Universal Studios, look, the rides there are pretty great. Not as many rides as Disneyland, of course, but like some pretty solid rides, guys. We were very happy. We were impressed with our time there. And it was great because, you know, we did as much as we wanted to do at the park. And then we were like, let's have an early dinner. So I took them to the counter because they had never been to the counter. And I was like, you want to go to a burger place? It's like a build your own burger place. And they were like, okay, cool. So we went to the counter, and I've been really happy because so far every meal I've taken them to, they've loved. So I'm like, yes. Last one is tomorrow. We're getting brunch. So fingers crossed that they like the brunch. It's like, look, final thing that you have to do in LA is get brunch somewhere. So I made a list. I made a list of 3 different places that we can go to because brunch places just fill up in no time. In like 0 seconds, they fill up. So I figured I'd make a list of like a couple that we could try. But Anywho, so today was good. Today was wonderful. Until tonight, until like a minute ago, when everything fell apart. I was so frustrated until like 5 minutes ago. Legit. Yeah, 5 minutes ago, like right before I started this video. So I recorded a 1 cup, and I wanted to do another 1 cup where there's face cam, because I hadn't done that in a while. And I was like, oh, I should bring back the face cam. That's fun. So I recorded my face with my webcam. I've done this before and it's worked fine. Recorded my face with a webcam, recorded the gameplay, and then popped it in Premiere. Now the weird thing is that literally everything was desynced. The audio was desynced from the video of the webcam. The webcam was desynced from the gameplay. It was just all over the place. And I was like, okay, obviously one of the issues that I need to tackle is that the webcam is in 15 frames per second and the gameplay is not. So then I'm like scrounging around in Premiere trying to figure out how to do 15 frames per second, and I couldn't figure it out. And I was asking Twitter, and everybody on Twitter was like, and I wasn't really explaining myself very well either, so it wasn't even your guys' fault. It was just like, I don't know how to help you. And I was frustrated, so frustrated. And finally, Sam messaged me on Skype and was like, are you there? Do you need help? And I was like, yes. He's like, do you want to have a Skype call and we'll figure it out together? And I was like, yes. And literally within like 3 or 4 minutes, he had figured it out. It was such a convoluted thing too. He was like, well, okay, what you need to do, because it was a Logitech camera, you need to turn that into a .mov. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, you said that when you play it on your desktop, it plays perfectly fine. When you pull it into a sequence that's 15 frames per second, it desyncs. So what you need to do is make it a .mov and then pull it in and see if it desyncs. And I was like, okay. So I did that and it didn't desync. And I was like crying. I was so happy. I was like, thank you, you're the best player in the world. And he was like, okay, bye. I was like, I can't, I'm so happy. So right now, literally right now, that's rendering out in 30 frames per second so that I can add it to the other thing. And then they can just do this. And it'll all become wonderful. That's like all I want. Just let this happen. Be so happy. So that's been the last like hour of my night. But I think that it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work now, which is really exciting. I hit like this weird point last week where I was just so unenthused to like, I couldn't find a game that got me excited to play it for the channel. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to upload. And so I just decided to like not upload anything. And I'm doing news tomorrow after my mom and my sister are gone. So that'll be good. But I was just like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. So I was glad, because this game that I played was really cute and really fun and made me go, I want to play more games. I want to play more games. This game was so cute and fun. I want to play more, which is a great feeling because I've been so lethargic. So also after this weekend, just life will calm down so much. So much. It's going to be great. And guys, I got the pictures back from the shoot. He sent me a Dropbox of all of the pictures and I was like, they look like super cool. I feel arrogant saying that, but I know it has nothing to do with me. Like, just that whole team, whatever it was that they did together was magic, because I was looking at these pictures and I was like, these look I look so cool. I don't understand. And in so many of the pictures, I'm like, that's not me. It doesn't look like me. But at the same time, it does look like me. It looks like me in another universe, you know? So it was really fun. It was really, really fun to flip through those pictures. And I forwarded it. I sent it to my mom. And I was like, Mommy, you gotta look at these. And she was like, I don't have a laptop. And I was like, ah! But she said she's gonna look at them when she gets back. So, yeah. It was exciting. It was a good day. It was a really fun day. Frontline passes, guys. They're really expensive. I I looked them up later. I was like, how much are these? And I was like, oh. But man, they were great. If ever you're just like, man, I'm gonna splurge real hard on Universal Studios today, that's the way to do it. That is like the way. This is incredible. But anywho, I'm gonna go and watch Hannibal. Yes. But I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mwah.